As a Christian, it's essential to approach the realm of science with a critical eye, recognizing that while scientists can provide valuable insights into the natural world, their perspectives and findings are not always trustworthy. There are several reasons why Christians should exercise caution when considering the claims of scientists. First and foremost, many scientists operate from a worldview that is inherently at odds with Christianity. The scientific method, while a powerful tool for understanding the physical world, is often applied with a materialistic or naturalistic bias, which rejects the possibility of supernatural or spiritual explanations. This can lead scientists to dismiss or ignore evidence that supports the existence of God or the validity of biblical accounts. For example, the theory of evolution, which is widely accepted in the scientific community, is often presented as a purely naturalistic explanation for the origin of life, with no room for divine intervention. However, this perspective is fundamentally incompatible with the biblical account of creation, which describes God as the intentional creator of the universe and all living things. Another reason Christians should be cautious of scientists is that they are not immune to the influence of cultural and philosophical trends. The scientific community is not a monolithic entity, but rather a diverse group of individuals with varying perspectives and agendas. Many scientists are influenced by prevailing cultural and philosophical currents, such as secular humanism, relativism, and postmodernism, which can shape their interpretation of data and their conclusions. For instance, the concept of climate change has become a rallying cry for many scientists who argue that human activity is primarily responsible for global warming. However, this narrative is often presented in a way that is overly simplistic and alarmist, with little consideration for alternative perspectives or the complexity of the issue. Furthermore, scientists are not always objective or unbiased in their research and conclusions. Like all human beings, scientists are prone to personal biases, prejudices, and assumptions, which can influence their work. The pressure to secure funding, publish research, and advance one's career can also lead scientists to manipulate or selectively present data, or to draw conclusions that are not fully supported by the evidence. The debacle surrounding the Climategate scandal in 2009, in which a group of climate scientists were caught manipulating data and subversing dissenting views, is a stark reminder that even in the scientific community, personal interests and agendas can compromise the pursuit of objective truth. Additionally, the scientific community has a tendency to elevate reason and empirical evidence to the status of absolute authority, which can lead to a form of scientism that is hostile to religious or spiritual perspectives. This approach can result in a narrow and reductionist view of reality, which neglects the importance of moral, philosophical, and theological considerations. The dismissal of near-death experiences, the existence of consciousness, or the possibility of miracles as mere anecdotal evidence or unscientific is a case in point. By marginalizing these aspects of human experience, scientists can create a false dichotomy between faith and reason, implying that Christianity is inherently irrational or anti-intellectual. Lastly, the history of science is replete with examples of theories and discoveries that were later proven to be incorrect or incomplete. The phlogiston theory of fire, the concept of N-rays, and the initial rejection of continental drift are just a few examples of scientific ideas that were once widely accepted, but later discredited. This highlights the provisional nature of scientific knowledge, which is always subject to revision and refinement. As Christians, we should be cautious of placing undue trust in the latest scientific consensus, recognizing that today's certainties may become tomorrow's relics. In conclusion, while science can provide valuable insights into the natural world, Christians should approach the claims of scientists with a critical and discerning eye. The materialistic and naturalistic biases of many scientists, combined with the influence of cultural and philosophical trends, personal biases, and the elevation of reason and empirical evidence to absolute authority, all militate against the conditional trust in the scientific community. By recognizing the limitations and provisional nature of scientific knowledge, Christians can engage with science in a way that is informed, nuanced, and faithful to their biblical worldview.